Hello and welcome. This is an overview of workflows. I'll be going through each individual stage and taking a look at how we can build a workflow from scratch. Now, we'll start you off during implementation with a couple pre-built workflows, and there's a variety of use cases. We can use them for applicant to submit their upfront application. We can use them for onboarding. We can have multiple types of onboarding workflows based on role type or geography. We can even use this for offboarding, and you'll even see we also leverage it for hire requests or different talent types. So to start, you'll notice a workflow is made up of individual stages, and there's three stages, three main types. There's the partner facing, which is something for the partner to fill in and add. There's also internal for someone from your team to complete. And we have an action stage. Starting from the partner facing stage, the most common is going to be the request data. This allows you to add different types of profile fields, questions, upload a document, or even add your own type of wording that is specific to your brand. Of course, we can add videos and PDFs within this workflow as well, and also rearrange the way that they are displayed. We'll add a couple in here: description, phone number, and your specialty. And we can even make these required or mandatory if we need to. Let's also add one of our social links as well, make it required. So that's how we create a data request stage. Now I'm going to stay on this screen and take a look at some key attributes here. So first we want to name this. We'll call this submit your info. And you can even add some additional stage description. You don't need to if you've already added a content item here, but it is there for you. You can optionally add stage managers, but this is more relevant if you have internal stages to define who is going to be completing that stage. Then we have automatic or manual. Most of the time they'll be automatic so that the candidate can progress from stage to stage as they complete their workflow. And I can set custom messages when they exit that stage and enter the next one. In this example, I can say, thanks for submitting. Next, we'll have you enter some bank and tax details. All right. There is a notification that is here by default, and this one just lets the partner or talent know that they've been added to this stage. So you can tweak this and customize it. You'll notice that you can add in any kind of variable in the platform. For example, if I wanted to pull in their first name, love to have you complete onboarding. There's a number of other variables that I can pull in, whether it's a job opening, if I'm creating a workflow specific to an opening or recruiting position, etc. And I can even fill out the label that they click at the bottom. All right. There's different triggers for notifications, whether they leave the stage, that means whether they completed all of the tasks, all the questions we've added, whether they enter the stage, whether they reach 100%, meaning they've filled out all required details, or you can even create a message that's you can click and send manually from this stage. So no more needing to copy and paste the same message over and over. We can trigger it out automatically or create a manual one and allow you to send it out with one click. Now, if we needed to, we can also add a teammate notification, and that's one that would go more to a colleague of yours. So if we take a look at an example, I can send Martin an info on setup access to freelancer Slack channel. And I can say, pull in relevant details such as partner name and email so that my team can quickly set them up within our tools. All right. Moving on to the next stage type, we have bank and tax. These ones are pretty straightforward. This is the shortlist secure bank details stage. If you are a shortlist pay customer, you'll be familiar with this. This is where we collect their bank details. We support over 100 different countries and currencies that they can add their bank details, and it is dynamic, meaning depending on where they're based or what country they're in, the types of bank information changes. Tax information is pretty similar. This is our secure tax info form that encrypts and masks the information that they put in there. And this is really critical for end of year 1099 processing. Now they can also upload a portfolio. So portfolios give the opportunity for the talent to showcase any videos or graphics or work or audio files that they have. So you can add this stage as well. And interview, we have a direct integration with Calendly. So all you have to do is drop in a calendar link and you will see them. You'll see the Calendly, they will see the Calendly right within the UI. No need to coordinate times externally. They just select the time on the calendar and an interview or quick chat is scheduled. We also have sign agreement, and this is important when we have different types of agreements for them to sign, whether it's an NDA, a W-9, an offer letter, emergency contact form. We leverage an integration with HelloSign that's embedded within the tool. So we create these templates for you, and they merge in relevant information such as name or date. Yeah. And lastly, we have information stage. This is important when using a workflow for some kind of training component. With this, we can pull in information to present to them, whether it's a previously signed agreement or a video, text area, what have you. It doesn't require them to fill out any information. It just presents relevant info, and they have one button that they can say accept or proceed or I agree. The next piece is internal, and we have two of them. You'll notice pretty similar request data and information, and they operate the same. Request data allows you to request information to be added by your internal team. So if the internal team needs to add their, let's say, highest level of education or some kind of notes or any kind of custom field that you need to add, such as maybe interview notes might be helpful, or like internal ID. You can have your internal team do that, and you can even apply specific people to be stage managers. Once again, notifications configurable based on the need, and the information stage, it presents relevant information. So let's say this is relevant when you have any kind of approval change. So let's say you need to approve someone before bringing them into the workflow. You can send this to a specific team or an individual that is reviewing the information that was previously submitted. And last, but certainly not least, we have action stages. This is probably one of the most powerful pieces of the platform, and we've seen significant time savings in letting the system automate some background actions. We can set the partner type, so we can define if they're a business or a freelancer, add them to a particular group automatically. We can also remove them from a group if we need to based on the workflow. Set a relationship manager. Send an invitation, which is relevant in certain situations. Assign a task for our requisition to task workflows, or even apply another workflow. Let's say we needed them to complete something else. We can send them to a different workflow to complete additional info, or complete job opening if it's tied to a job opening. So a lot of content that we covered there. Those are the foundational building blocks, and we look forward to seeing what we can build together.